And we should be live. Let me make sure we can catch it on the feed here. Should be seeing it any second with the nice 20-second delay. And we're up and running. All right, cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chad Christian here, a.k.a. Coach CWC. Welcome back to another exciting Changing the Tech Scene, episode 6. With me, as always, is my man, Lon. The winner wins. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, not too bad. Hey, here we go. Is everybody ready on a Sunday? I hope everybody's wide awake, ready to go. If we have time today, make sure you guys stick around to the end and we'll do a question and answer for you. We'll also have some cool giveaways, compliments of Slick Wraps. Make sure you check them out at slickwraps.com. You can also use my link, sw.life/CoachCWC, and you will get a discount on their products. So let's get into some weekly news here. We apologize we weren't live last week, so we're going to touch base on a couple of items that were also included as a part of last week. So big thing that I'd like to see is that the Google Glass is back, kind of. This isn't a home version, which kind of stinks, but it is supposed to get a major upgrade. And so I guess the major difference between this release and the last time that they released Google Glass Explorer is that this one is really just for production manufacturing. So the enterprise level. What they did is they made a couple of changes, which I hope they'll re-release it, to the public. But the camera got a bump from 5 megapixel to 8, which was the best thing of that was the camera. Had a nice wide lens. I believe it was 720p. Looked really good. It's got an extended battery life. I remember before you could actually buy, I don't know if you remember, but they had like an add-on you could buy for the other side for a bigger battery.
Yeah.
This was pre-Note 7 explosions.
Yeah, no exploding batteries on your face. That'd be a bad idea.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't designed by Samsung because there might be some recalls on that.
Yeah, I think this kind of makes a little bit more sense, though. Like, I've always kind of thought that Google Glass would have been more like a workplace type of peripheral. Like, not because it just doesn't seem like something that appeals to everyone. Like just a general person just wants, I want some glasses on my face that can show me stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And the cool thing too now is that they're saying that what they call it, it's a glass pod, so it's modular, so you can attach it to different style of glasses. So safety glasses, and I'm sure like shaded glasses for welding. But I mean, you can do a lot of cool things.
Didn't they say that? Didn't they retract that part?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't actually do that.
The last I heard, it was supposed to be able to do that. Maybe they took it back, or maybe they haven't done it yet. But yeah, I thought it was supposed to be able to click in and out of different types of glasses, which would make sense. I mean, you don't want just the regular glass. If you're going to use it in a manufacturing place, like you would have to have safety style glasses, not the glass, Yeah,
it's there's like a little blurb on The Verge that says it's compatible with certain frames that have like the right hinge for it. So yeah. Okay,
that makes sense. Hey, and real quick too, I see some more people just joined the room, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to our Patron members who are supporting the show and our producer. Our producer of this week's show is Brandon Reverend. You can find him over at the Rev Plays. Adai Chhabria, thanks a lot, man. Always appreciate your patronage. And Ron Waaazupp Lunsford. Great guy. Hey, Mr. Potato Head's on his way. I don't know if you got it or not. If you did, man, make sure you let us know in the chat. Or hold it hostage for like forever. So yeah, I think the Google Glass is cool. You're right, though. One of the cool things that I saw is because I used to handle a lot of places like Mark IV Automotive, for example. So it has a lot of little parts. They use a lot of bins for inventory, things like that. So it would have been really nice if in your manufacturing process, if you could look down at the label, the barcode or a scan label, hit that as you're taking parts out instead of hand manipulating all the time off of your hand scanners. So I always thought that would have been a great idea. But so very cool that they're doing that. And who knows, if it takes off again. You're right. It's definitely not for the mass market. And like I said before, the main and only reason I used it was for the camera, which was
which was you know, that would cause way too many privacy concerns.
Yeah, and I used it, you know, because I coached football for 10 years, so I actually used it at camps and things like that. Most of it was for my son when he was, you know, out doing his show. I get to record it, so I could see a lot of uses for that.
Yeah, I mean, unless like if they made like a consumer version, it would have to have like the thing where like Snapchat like has that light that glows or whatever, where people can see it. It would have to be really obvious that you're recording video and stuff. If it's just like not doing anything, then it's just too creepy.
Yeah, and on this version too, they did say that it is supposed to have a big red light that lights up, saying that you know, it's recording. So at least, yeah, I guess, yeah, because you're right. Because a lot of it was weird. Like if I accidentally walked into a bathroom, I was like, oh crap, you know, like I felt bad. Like, you know what I mean? Quick flip it up, like look down, you know, while you're going to the bathroom, like, why am I shooting this live on Google Hangouts?
Yeah, I think that's why we don't have like Google Contacts yet.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's funny. Another real short blurb that came out was the essential phone. I got an email, a personal email from Andy Rubin, of course.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did get an email a couple days ago, and it said, we apologize. We know we missed our soft release target. We are planning on doing it. And then if you look at the hashtag, I believe it was, this is essential, all one word. They wanted us to start sending it out and trying to market them and build up, you know, the big release for them again. I'm like, hey man, I think you guys kind of blew it a little bit. You got us all hyped up, and then it just went away. Next thing you know, we're talking about Note 8.
Yeah, I feel like the essential phone, like it just sort of came and went before it even before anything even happened.
Right, and now I'm worried. Like, am I gonna buy a $900 phone for no review? You know, no views. We'll see. We'll really see on that one.
Yeah, because I mean, if it comes out like after the Note 8, that's like,
oh yeah, forget it.
Yeah, they sort of missed the boat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's no way. So that's kind of cool. So the official release date now on the Note 8 is August 23rd. So I remember there were rumors that they were going to do it, but
that's just, I believe that's just an announcement. I'm going to assume it's just an announcement.
Yeah, it should be an announcement. I don't think it's going to be a release date. Now, do you remember when they did the Note 7, how long after? Was it like 3 weeks or something after?
I want to say it was like 2 weeks, actually. Okay. Yeah, because Samsung's usually pretty quick with releasing their phones after the announcement, so it's like 2 weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I knew it was around that time frame. So it shouldn't be long from the time they talk about it till we get it in our hands.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume probably first week of September or something like that when it comes, by the time it comes out. That's my guess, but yeah, should be pretty exciting though. I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, me too. Because honestly, every time I pick up and use my, you know, my S8 Plus, I wish I had a pen.
Yeah. The only thing I'm curious about is what's really going to make it all that different from the S8. Because I mean, we know from the leaks it has like the dual cameras and stuff, but
yeah,
like I mean, what else does it have that's going to be different besides the camera and the S Pen?
Yeah, my biggest question was, I mean, obviously they're going to keep the big screen size, but are they going to keep the edges rounded, which would be harder on the pen, or are they going to make it flat?
I mean, the Note 7 had rounded, like you mean like the edges of the screen being curved?
Yeah, the curved edges. You think they'll keep that?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, the Note 7 had it, and it was fine, because it's not going to be like a drastic curve anymore. So yeah, I think it should be fine.
So what do you think about fingerprint sensor? You think they're going to leave it in that oddball place just so they don't have to remanufacture that before this comes out?
I think it's probably going to be in the same crappy place, but I'm going to hope and pray that it's not. I mean, the leaks have shown that it's in the same spot, which kind of sucks.
I think you're right, because think about how long it takes for that manufacturing process, because for them to say it's going to be released in 2 or 3 weeks after the show date, that means that 7 months ago they've been making these so they could have a stockpile of 8 million on launch day, which means there was no time to go, uh-oh, nobody likes it.
Yeah, and plus there was reports of Samsung wanting to rush this phone out to be out before the iPhone anyway. So
Oh yeah,
maybe
yeah,
that's part of it. It's hard to say, but
yeah, yeah, because they did a great job the last time they rushed out the Note.
yeah, that's. I'm curious. I'm curious how big the battery's going to be. If it's going to be, because I mean, it has to be bigger than the S8 Plus.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is too is it wasn't the size of the battery; it was the way that they manufactured it. So, I mean,
right, but they also, that was like that played a role in them scaling the battery sizes back on the S8 though.
Okay.
Even though that wasn't really the cause, because when they released they released the fan edition, the battery is smaller.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, that definitely played a role. So I'm just curious, like how big it's going to be, because the S8 has like 3,500, so it has to be bigger than that.
Yeah, you would hope so, because I would like to get. I mean, the S8 Plus is pretty decent for battery, but I would like to get a little bit better. I mean, who doesn't, right? And I'm still a firm believer that I'd rather have a little bit thicker phone and better battery than make it as skinny as you can. I'm kind of sick of the whole skinny thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Samsung's like making the batteries like thinner, but they're like taller now, I think so it's like you're getting a big battery, but it's just in a different shape instead of being like a short, chunky one. It's tall and skinny.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so hopefully everybody's looking forward to that Note 8. I think that's going to be yeah, you're right. The fact that they can beat them out to the iPhone 8, which I think it'd be a real good idea to do that, because as you know, 08 or the iPhone series is growing and growing and growing as far as taking Android's market share. So they need to stay on their game, man.
I mean, they're still #1 in the US in terms of market share, I think.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. Samsung's the king globally, but I mean, you got to really look at those numbers, because the iPhone, if you look at it, usually when they get locked onto that ecosystem or into that phone, they usually don't go back. It's I don't know. So I would not want to lose any more customers. I would never want them to touch, something different. You don't want them locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Next thing is the Samsung Bixby is still trash. Do you like it? I know we talked about it last time in our show. Like, have you changed your mind? Have you used it anymore, or is that thing?
I have not tried the voice part of it at all. Like it's there. Like I have it on my S8 Plus, but I haven't even touched it. It's just, I don't know. I don't see the point. Because
it's pretty rough. Our boy, hey, real quick, our boy Ron, man, he is loving that HTC U11. There's another plug. He says, and I'm going to give it to you, Ron, because you're my boy. The HTC U11, and he's right, gets about 6 hours of screen on time and easily makes it through a 12-hour day. You're right.
I mean, I believe it. Like, the battery life on that's really good.
Yep, it is. I would love to get my US version. Hint, hint, Ron, if you know anybody over there, we're all still waiting.
Well, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, well, you got yours on the back end, but and I know that one of my friends that used to be on the show actually got a couple directly from the CEO for some issues he was having, so he got taken care of. So hopefully we'll get ours, because I wanted to shoot a ton more videos on it, but now it's 3 months old, so who knows? We'll see. The OnePlus 5, how about that 911 reboot bug?
just another piece, another piece of OnePlus controversy,
Oh my gosh,
I mean, it's like every week in tech, you gotta have that one that one piece of OnePlus controversy. So this just happens to be it. I don't know.
If we're gonna have an episode 10, a OnePlus 5 issue, you know what I'm saying? It's every week.
It's a phone that's not gonna save your life. Well, apparently they got it fixed, but
right. Ron says, sorry, man, you have to have more than 5 followers to get one of those bad boys soon. Oh, I hear you, brother. It's cool. Trust me, I'm being as patient as I can. It's just I'd like to do some more stuff on it. It's a great phone. And speaking of phones, Samsung Pay. This is cool news. Samsung Pay is actually going to start using PayPal as a fund source. What do you think of that? I think that's pretty cool. I use PayPal all the time, you know, eBay, especially on my old devices and products, man. I'm always putting that old stuff out there. So
yeah, I think that's pretty awesome because like with Samsung Pay, like my bank that I have, like the card, it doesn't accept my card, like for my bank's not supported. So since I can just use PayPal, like I can just, you know, that's basically like a workaround for me to be able to use my actual bank. It's just use it through PayPal.
So, yeah, the great thing is, you know, PayPal should actually be its own currency without having to get its own credit cards and all that crap. You should be able to link it to your bank account because think about it, when all that PayPal money usually comes in, I then have to take it from there and transfer it to my bank, you know what I mean? Instead of just, hey, use your currency, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I've always thought Samsung Pay was like better than Apple Pay and like Android Pay just because it has the MST.
Yep, I agree.
That's what made it. It just work. It literally does work everywhere. That was so.
Yeah, no, it's
cool about it.
Yeah, it's absolutely the best. I mean, that's why. Quick plug, boom. The Gear S3 is still my favorite, even though it's not an Android Wear. It's still my favorite Android watch because it has the built-in Samsung Pay on it.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna do a real quick. Of course, it wants my PIN, but hold on a second. So yeah, the fact that I can just bust that out, it's got my credit card on there, and you're right, you can scan on anything, which is cool. I can go into post offices and UPS stores, and they're like, no, sorry, sir, that doesn't work here. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Beep. They're like, get out of here. What kind of wizardry is that?
Yeah, actually, like one time when I tried it at a FedEx, like I guess their software or whatever wasn't like up to date or something. It actually like just froze their system. Like it would read it, and it would pull my card information onto their screen, but then it just froze their system. So right. I don't know. It was probably something on their ends, but it was just kind of funny.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Be like, do not let that guy, don't let him touch his watch when he comes in here, I swear.
Yeah.
He's taking it all down.
Does that still work if you have it? Do you have to use a Samsung phone for the Gear S3 to use Samsung Pay, or can it work on any Android phone?
You know what? That's a good question. No, it does. It does work because I used to have it linked to my Google Pixel XL, and I used the Samsung Pay feature off of it.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me, but I'm almost 100% positive I did because I remember I had to do some workarounds to get Samsung Pay on the Google to work properly with the watch. I do remember fighting through that, but I'm almost 99.9% sure I was using it that way.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, I don't flip phones a lot.
Yeah.
That was like 17 phones ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So, hey, today's show is going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to try to just make sure we always have a show for you guys. Like last week, we're like, hey, there isn't a whole lot of news. Remember, I talked a lot. I'm like, hey, man, there's like two things that happened. The OnePlus is still broke. It's something else. We're like, all right, let's skip it. But what we're going to do is, even if there isn't big news, we're going to still try to make sure we have a show for you guys. And we do appreciate Slick Wrap, so we want to make sure that, you know, we get to talk about their products. And speaking of another really great product, Slick Wraps, this would be cool. Why don't you give me a Roomba Slick Wrap? Is the new addition to our family back here. Is a quick product plug. Is the iRobot Roomba 960. This thing's pretty cool, man. Have you used one of these robot vacuums before?
I have not. I don't know. I live in an apartment, so I don't really feel like it's too necessary. Maybe if I had a house, but
yeah. Well, the crazy thing is years and years ago I bought it. You know, and it was kind of a newer technology.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I think it was a Neato. It was one of the. I think it was the very first generation of Neato that came out. And it worked great for a while. You know, it was cleaning like a 2,000 square foot home, which was cool. We just had to, you know, obviously had to charge it. And it wasn't smart to go back station, come back out. So it was a little different then. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is, I remember one time it got stuck under a chair and burned it had a belt in it, like a vacuum belt. And it burned the belt right out of it.
Oh, God.
That was like a month in. I'm like, okay, we're gonna wait a long time until this is a real product. So the cool thing is the 960 and the 980 have this new, it's called Navigation 2 type system in it. So instead of it just bouncing all around like a pinball game, it actually puts cornrow lines in. So it maps kind of like your lawnmower where you're doing straight lines. Okay. So it's got a camera on it. So these are the first systems in the Roombas. Instead of just the regular sensors on the bottom, it has a camera actually up on the top. So it's scanning, mapping, remembers everywhere it went. I'm telling you, it's doing a bang-up job. And the reason that we picked it up, because this house right now is a little dinky house. It's only like 1,500 square, but the top floor, because the studio office that I'm in right now is actually a second step down, so it can't do that. So 1,100 square feet. So I did it this morning, and it took an hour and did the whole house spotless. So
oh, wow. That's crazy.
And if you have pets or anything, literally hit the button, you let it go. It tells you it's all controlled through your app. So there's an iRoomba app now, which is incredible. And it tells you if it says, hey, it's full, or hey, I got stuck, or I need assistance. So mine is called Jeeves. I have named him Jeeves.
Nice.
So I asked Jeeves to do, my house cleaning for me. But it's funny because my wife's like, you need to tell people about it. It's really cool. She's like, get on your show, talk about it, tell them about it. So this is kind of cool. Let me show you real quick. I know it'll be kind of hard to see. Hold on, let me change it. So right there, you see the map? So that's showing the whole house of what it did, where it went, and how it got it. So it's got a whole new mapping system on it, which is pretty slick.
That is crazy.
So if you guys haven't tried one, I would have never recommended one before. And, of course, being in the tech side, this is kind of cool with everything that we do. It integrates fully with Google Home. It integrates with Amazon Alexa. And, of course, Echo and the whole series. So pretty cool device. Roomba, send me the new ones as they come out. Hey, on a lighter side of news, to wrap the show up, unless you got something else, but so did you guys hear about that DC security robot? I guess it's this 5-foot tall robot that runs around. Here's what's crazy, man. This thing would be kind of scary, right? It's 5 foot tall, it's got no arms, and it's 300 pounds. Dude, that's like a mini bouncer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if it ran into you?
Yeah, that must have been fun getting that out of the fountain.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture. There's like 4 burly dudes trying to pick this giant. It looks like a missile top.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those security robots before, but I think they're pretty big out in California. Like they're like out at malls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I've never seen one.
I've never seen one either, but I think the cool thing would be is the fact that it has a camera on it. So just the idea of it's running around filming you, it seems like it would keep people from stop being idiots, even if it was just for that reason alone.
Yeah, the fact that you're being watched and you're being filmed,
So I mean,
sure. Definitely.
So that'd be a big deal in stores too, then, right? I mean, instead of hiring a mall security guy at the door, because that's all he's doing, right? He's just there to think about it. He's there to detour you from stealing crap.
Yeah,
well, what if you are constantly on the alert? Like, hey, you're always being watched here. Not just the cameras you forget about up here. That's why these bozos think they can walk around a rack and steal crap. But seriously, what if those things were roaming around like, sensor devices?
I mean, it would definitely deter people from trying to do anything, from shoplifting or whatever. Like, just the fact that they see this robot walking around.
Danger, lot. Put that back down.
Then you steal something, it's just going to go add 209 on you and start busting out the guns.
Right, yeah, and then you just see it come out of its sides. Like, oh, shit. It's about to go down.
It'd be like RoboCop.
Yeah, right. Remember on RoboCop when it went berserk and it kept counting down and they're like, no, we told you to cancel.
Yeah. That'll be a story to report when that happens.
Oh hell yeah, that'll be on Tech episode 377,000.
Security robot kills
Entire mall. Oh, that's great. Well, hey, who's in here? Let me give let's give some quick shout outs, man. You want to do quick shout outs to these guys, and then I'm gonna let you give away a wrap from Slick Wraps. Go ahead and do a shout out to whoever's in the group, and I'll let you decide. You can either just pick a winner, or you can do our standard trivia questions, or whatever you want to do, man. I'll let you do some shout outs. So let them know we appreciate them in there.
You just want me to shout out people in the chat?
Yeah, yep. Who's ever in the chat, just give them some love, man. I like that they're in there. I love that.
It says there's 7 people watching, but I only see three in the participants.
Can you see who's in there? I got Chris Dude, Shimon, Joe Robinson, Fox GB, Adit. Ron's in there as always. Ariel James. Well, see, Ariel, I think you're new, man. I don't know if we've seen you in there before. I appreciate it. Joe Robinson, we're not going to say what kind of camera you're talking about.
Yeah, I see them in the chat, but
yeah,
I see them in the chat, but I don't see them in the participants.
Yeah, I don't really look in that. All I really look for is in that chat area.
Oh, okay.
And Chris Dude, what's up, my brother? If you guys haven't checked out Chris Dude's channel, man, he's got an awesome gaming channel. Make sure you check him out. I think he's over on Twitch. If I'm wrong, let me know, Chris. But and I believe it's Chris Dude at Twitch.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check him out. Fox GB, he's a new viewer. I haven't seen him in here before.
Yeah. I haven't seen Fox GB. Haven't seen Adit. I think it's Adit. Hopefully, I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you met him at you remember him, right? You met him at in Taipei at the HTC event. Yeah, he's always in here, dude. He's one of my Patron members.
Okay.
Remember he had that sweet leather biker jacket on?
Okay, yeah.
We were like, "What's up, stud boy? Looking fresh." 100. Oh, there it is. All right, Chris Dude's over at twitch.tv/Chris Dude. Make sure you guys check him out.
Nice you press badge. Yeah.
And speaking of where you can follow everybody, Lon's work is over at, who are you doing work for right now?
Android Authority. So
Android Authority, you guys might have heard of them. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
One of the biggest out there. It's a great channel, man. Make sure you guys show them some love. They do great work.
Yeah.
So you got
following. What's up?
You got anything in the pipeline?
I got one video that I'm working on right now. Nothing too crazy. I'm basically, because you know how like a lot of people were doing like the flip phone challenge a while back, and they're like seeing if they could use like a flip phone for a week. Well, I kind of took a different spin on that, and I'm going to use like my very first Android phone for a week and see if I can survive in 2017. So
what was it, like the Nexus, or what was it?
No, my very first Android phone was the MyTouch 3G Slide. Oh, sweet. It was like a T-Mobile, like the T-Mobile exclusive.
Yep, I remember it. Yeah, that's very cool, man. Yeah, I would. I think I would last that challenge about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I'll use it for a week because it's already driving me up the wall.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. I mean,
it's on 2.2 Froyo, or is 2.2 Froyo? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's so old, doesn't matter. It's on 2.2. You can't even download Snapchat on the thing. Like it doesn't even have a front-facing camera. So.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, so that's a beautiful device. Make sure you guys. I'll leave a link down below where you cannot buy that anymore.
It's pretty bad.
That's hilarious, man. Joe, what's going on, buddy? Joe's coming live from Tennessee. My man's been getting like flash floods every day. You guys need to stop with your craziness because I think the wrath of God's striking you guys down over there. He's always talking about flash flooding. It's the end of the world and crap.
Yeah. It's been storming a lot where I am too, though. So
yeah, same with here. Now, where are you at?
I live in Kansas City, so.
Oh yeah, you guys are getting tons of rain, dude. Yeah, we're same here. About the last 6 weeks, which I guess is normal. I don't know. I'm new to Florida, but it's just blasting us. Chris dude says it's happening in Mississippi too. Maybe a seal has broken. Maybe one of the 7 seals. If we start seeing locusts and shit, fellas, I'm out of here, man. I'm bunkering in, man. This show's gonna go live from a cave.
it's the rapture.
The rapture. Another seal has been broken. Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey, again, we appreciate all you guys. You want to go ahead and give out a Slick Wraps? You guys can. Hey, did you see over at Slick Wraps, by the way, the new skins that they got?
I haven't been on their site in a while.
Holy crap. Let me load it up real quick. I actually tweeted it out this morning. They got some sweet new looking skins. Yeah, new designs from Justin Mahler. You got Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Wonder Woman. And,
I'm on their page. I'm on it right now. Yeah, it's like right on the front page.
Yeah, really cool though, right?
Yeah.
And then what's her name? She's from the Game of Thrones. She's the mother of dragons. I can't remember what her name is, but
yeah, I recognize that's Game of Thrones, but I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. So
if you guys haven't checked that out, man, make sure you go over there and check out slickwraps.com. Seriously, they got some really cool stuff. And they do more than phones, by the way. They do also sell cases, and they wrap things like PlayStation 4s. That's the other thing that I saw too. They got that retro PS4 skin, which is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, these mouse pads that they have are really, really dope looking.
Yeah, we remember we tried to give well, on one of our previous shows we gave away a custom mouse pad or a skin. They ended up getting the skin, but yeah, the mouse pads are really cool.
Yeah, all the Justin Mahler artwork too.
Yep, and they got the cool classic iPhone look. So if you want it to look like the old Macintosh computers, that skin's really cool looking. So they got some original stuff. They do have some really cool original stuff. So you guys check them out. Oh yeah, see make sure you guys seriously check them out today. Not just because they're an awesome sponsor of ours, but you guys, they have a lot of new stuff out there. I usually check them out every couple of weeks just in case there's something I like to pick up. But there is some really neat new stuff on there. Well, I think that's going to do it for our show. Go ahead and give out a skin. We'll give away a custom skin to any one of you guys. Targaryen, there you go. Yep. Thank you very much. Go ahead and
just pick someone.
Yeah, you can pick someone, or you can randomize it. You can do your numbers, trivia. I don't care. However you want to give them a skin. Who hasn't had a skin yet? Because I think Ron Lunsford's had like 14 skins.
I'm just gonna pick. I don't want to butcher his name. I think Ajit Shankar, just because he got that Game of Thrones name.
Oh yeah, yep. All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, hopefully we have not pronounced your name right, or we haven't pronounced it wrong. But yeah, let's Ajit Shankar. I hope I said that right. But you are our Slick Wraps winner, buddy. I know you follow me on Twitter. Go over to CoachCWC. Go ahead and DM. Yep, you won it, brother. Go ahead and DM me and send me your address information. Go to slickwraps.com. Pick out the skin you want for which device that you want. If you can take a screen capture of which one, easiest way for you to let me know which one it is, and we'll send it out right away to you. That's going to do it for our show today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as we've enjoyed producing it. Again, thank you for our producer and our Patron members. You can check it out over at CoachCWC.com. Thanks again to Slick Wraps. Roomba, if you're watching, love your devices, man. Send them to me. We'll do a review. And, and that's going to do it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot, Lon. Good to see you, buddy.
No problem. See you guys later.
All right, later.